On November 8th, 2016, the pendulum swung to a new extreme. After an endless stream of tweets and memes, hacked emails and fake news-shaped views, and a Twitter troll's bitter vitriol, stoked isms and schisms and racial divisions, ignited the alt-right's white nationalist ambitions, and against all odds, the troll stole the poll. We now know Moscow's role, but what was Putin's price? Just to play nice? Yeah, right. Mr. Trump, I do think that you think you're clever, but you're vile with bile coming out of your wherever. You're dumber than W, more dishonest than Nixon. You frankly don't deserve to shine shoes for Hillary Clinton. You're just a thin-skinned dumpling filled with pumpkin, a megalomaniac fat cat in a red hat with the temperament of a spoiled brat. Your hands are so small, that's why you never built a wall, but you do take offense. Don't be surprised that there are jokes at your expense, at your pretense that any single thing you think makes sense. Yet you once had us convinced you were less evil than Mike Pence. Speaking of Mike Pence, on January 6, 2021, once again the pendulum swung, and lo, the slowest coup in history was begun. The VP was nearly hung by the dumbest bunch of Trump-loving bumpkin chumps, and some pundits like to say an insurrection failed that day, but it's still underway in state congresses and courthouses across the USA. While Trump and his minions act like comic book villains, monologuing their plots to the people who picked him and who stick with him because he's tricked them into thinking he gives a shit for them, when the simple fact is they're his victims. The real reason Trump loves Christians is for their money and their willingness to give it away. On Sundays they pay as they pray for the eternal protection of their God. Then on Monday the believers donate and believe they're funding the election of the GOP when they're actually just covering Trump's legal fees. They give him money for nothing and checks for free until eventually he may get to be as wealthy as he pretends to be. While he cosplays as a billionaire, he still dares to beg his base to buy his Bibles, shoes, and shares, and there's only one way to stop him. It's not in the courts. You can't trust the judges he appointed, assume they're bought. But a multi-million member jury from sea to shining sea can vote against the MAGA mess to manifest a better destiny, indefinitely pushing the pendulum forwards and upwards, until it bends once again towards justice. So remember the 5th of November 2024. I'm sure you'll forever remember where you were and who you voted for. Not for Guy Fawkes, nor the Guy Fawkes and Musk are rooting for. Ignore the billionaire bullshit peddlers basically bargaining with Satan to sell out humanity. Let's end this insanity. Vote with humility. Vote blue for the sake of humanity. We need compassionate, rational, national leaders who believe in the freedom to make your own choices and live your own lives. How about a president who prosecutes, not perpetrates crime, who looks to the future, not backwards in time, ensuring all boats are lifted by the rising tide? Let's reject and embarrass the MAGA side and elect Kamala Harris by a landslide.